a sit-down kind of morning. Got some things to touch up, but we'll get to that when we touch up, well, basically the entire thing. Do some block sanding. It'll get us a better clue of what needs touched up and what we can get away with. Game plan. Well, first things first, let's grab a block and make a mess. Gotta protect my best cutoff shorts. We're ready now. Definitely need to focus some attention on this. Again, what we need to worry about is really just the height. The rest of it's okay. So once we get a good angular shape out of these things, we'll go back and measure it just to be sure. I am gonna stop there, and I may add a little bit more, just, I don't know, just because I can't leave well enough alone. Alright, we'll stop there on that one. Keep in mind that these don't have to look good at all. I just can't leave well enough alone, so I'm going to tidy them up just a little bit. The shape is there, and I'm more concerned about this being strong, so I'll probably do a little skim coat just to make it look, you know, better. But yeah, we'll get to that in just a minute. See, this is looking pretty okay. A block plane it's averaging the highs and lows out as you sand. The bigger the block, the better the average is going to be. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my head. The point is you don't want to go in all william-nilliam and start sanding away. You want to have a thought about what is it supposed to be, what do I want it to look like, and what surface or plane or face or part of the panel can I reference off of to give me the shape that I need. Let's talk. More work. Perfect. Where this section was broken and missing, this piece too, and over here, the only thing I really have to reference is that. So I've got to make these three kind of look like this one. I have a plan. It involves arts and crafts. So, come on. You had a little something right there. I don't think anybody noticed, it's fine. I am not above doing arts and crafts. Finger painting, hair dolls. I'm also not above using something like a template. This is the only shape that I have on this entire panel that I can use to reference the other three vertical pieces. So I'm just going to trace it out and then use this leading edge on the remaining three to give me the shape that I need. But first thing, I need to make a shape. There, that wasn't so bad. What did I do with my skizzers? Oh, there you are. For all you observant ones out there, you may notice that this is not the same as this. They are, in fact, different. So how am I going to recreate this using this? I'm glad you asked. Well, if I extrapolate from what I see, all I have to do is sand up, keeping this angle, sand out, keeping this angle, and keep going back and forth until I meet them at a point, and then, you know, I'll match this radius over here. And I think, in theory, that should do it. But before all that, let's go to the other side real quick. As you can see, our angle is a bit not right. There's where it should be. This should come about straight off. It's about right in here. That means all this has to go. Let's get it gone. Work smarter, not harder. I'm gonna follow what's already here to guide me. And I'm just gonna bounce back and forth, sneaking up on this line. For this angle, I'm gonna reference this area right here, because it's hard to see probably, but it does come down at an angle. Now I'm gonna start to radius this out a bit, being very careful. May even just put my template up here as my guide for my radius. But you can see that's pretty close. Cool. This has a scallop basically going all the way across, so I'm just going to find something sort of shaped like that. I have some more work to do right in here with this vertical piece and this inside radius, so I'm not going to worry too much about this just yet because I'll have to fix it anyway. And you thought keeping junk sanding stuff around was a bad idea. Goes to show you. These make a really good interface pad. Not a rigid block, but rigid enough that you don't put grooves in the panel, but flexible enough to not really dig in and cause flat spots. Alright, so I'm test fitting the bumper and the valence back on, and it's looking pretty good. Check out this gap right here. It's pretty consistent all the way across, which, you know, is good. Once you put the bolts in, it'll, you know, conform to shape a little better, but this is looking good. This right here where you can kind of just see it, which is what I was worried about and why I did all that work. There's a lip, and I'll show you in just a second, but there's a lip on the inside of each of these vertical pieces. You can't see them. What I think I'm gonna do is fiberglass most of that over. Not even worry about recreating that lip on the inside since you literally can't see it. Let's take this back over to the bench and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the lip I was talking about. So on the inside, where that black piece comes through from the bumper itself, it fits like right here on both sides. The inside ones that had a whole lot of damage on both sides, I haven't even started that lip yet. But what I'm thinking is I may just, you know, not do it. Reinforce these a bit more with some more fiberglass and carry on. I don't want you to roll over any of the sharp edges. Don't go down here because I've already worked that. Is it even in two?
It's also what I was gonna ask you.
It's in two now. Mm-hmm.
Everything fits perfectly. Say there's a 12-inch hole and you put an 11-inch thing to go in it.
Yep.
You need it to be 12 inches. Like this is a little space all through here.
If you remember, I'm going to just fill in where that lip was that we talked about earlier, because there's really no real reason it's even there other than cost saving. I'm going to have to speed it up a bit. I makes this a little hot. Alright, well, I'll let that set up and we'll come back and do our stuff. Nugget time. Alright, chicken nuggets. Well, I'm back. A little late. It's about 7 hours later. Blink of an eye for you. Then I relaxed, you know, and as one does, poured some concrete. So, yeah. Not only do I have fiberglass in my lungs to make me fireproof, but I also have concrete in my lungs to make me extra strong. If I'm not a mutant after this, I'm gonna be mad. Huh? Yeah. If you didn't know, I hired a second chef, my daughter. She works for free. She's grilling steaks. I think that's why you have kids. So they can do stuff. What? No, I'm not going to call your mom. I'm right here and you're there. Walk upstairs and say, hey, Mom. What the heck do I look like? An intercom system? Steaks aren't cheap. They don't grow on trees. Do they? No, they don't. Sun's going down. So I'm going to call it here and come back tomorrow so we can freaking finally move on. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, optimism. Optimism? Optimism Prime? Okay. I've had a long day. And I will see you back here tomorrow so we can finish this up and move on. We got about a month and a couple weeks before the Pontiac Nationals, so I'm going to be uploading hopefully every single day as I tick off one project after another until we get this thing finished for the Pontiac Nationals. Stick around, subscribe, comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like. Anyway, I'm going to go hack up a cinder block, and I will see you tomorrow. Later!